next up on Creature Crisis.
I rescued Mrs. Beasly. I found her in the park, just by herself. Like, everybody was just stepping over like nothing was wrong. I'm like, do you people have no conscience?
Well, JT, what do we got here today?
So, Mrs. Beasly isn't herself, Dr. Bavacqua. I mean, I trust you. We've been coming to you forever. You've known Mrs. Beasly since she was a pebble. She's not herself. She's really aggressive, destructive. She's mean. I mean, look at her.
Well, she's lost a little color there. She's on a different diet regimen. You did change the diet, right?
Yeah, I much less people food. You know, I do sometimes still give her some food.
Reese's Pieces are fun for everybody, but it's not good for Mrs. Beasly, all right? I'm just telling you.
She loves them so much, though.
But look at the weight she's put on.
I've been taking her for walks. I'm taking her for a walk. The next thing I know, she's through my neighbor's picture window.
How are things at home between you two?
They're good.
Oh,
see?
She jumped right out of your hand,
See?
JT.
That was
well,
bad.
JT.
What?
What have we discussed?
I'm
Positive reinforcement. Just now, what you have to do is make sure that Mrs. Beasly knows that she's loved, all right? You can't be yelling at her like that. She's throwing herself through neighbors' windows. Why? Because she wants to get away from you.
I've got to confront her right now with this,
Well,
Dr. Bavacqua.
I suppose you're right.
Do you want to get away from me, Mrs. Beasly? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl?
This was a little pebble, and you have turned her into a rock of hatred.
Standing on her head, she doesn't know which way is up.
You two have got to learn to speak to each other. You've got to open up. You can't be like two ships passing in the night. It's just not going to make it. Life doesn't work that way. You've got to make yourself vulnerable.
I'd be willing to go to therapy. Couples?
I know a very good rock psychiatrist that I can send you to.
To take her in to get her, coverage?
No, I want group therapy. You and her. Humor and joy is a part of repairing a relationship. But you've got to put the smile back on her face. There's no smile there anymore.
Well,
it
what
used
about
to
this
be there.
one? Look.
That's a hairline.
I'm so thankful for Dr. Bavacqua. Help me and Mrs. Beasly.
Sometimes patients that you've known a long time, it just becomes a part of you, and you become part of their lives. And you just have to do something that makes a difference for them.
And people say that I saved her life, but you know what? Mrs. Beasly saved my life.
I have a special spot in my heart for the two of them. I hope they make this work. No, strike that. I know they'll make it work.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If you liked what you saw and you want to watch more, bing, right there.
Yeah, and if you want to subscribe, go right here. Bing! That's where you go.
Don't make fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you.
Bing!